Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamisha, also known as Mrs. Coda. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can negotiate the most to get paid, right? We all want to make more money. So we are going to talk about the best way to negotiate for a higher pay. All right. If this is a topic of interest, then I suggest you stay locked in. All right. Here we go. So in this video, I'm going to talk about five strategies or five things to keep in mind when you are going after higher pay. This might be you're already in the job and you're working and you want a pay increase. This might be you as a new grad and this is going to be your first job, or this might be just you are interviewing for a brand new job altogether. This strategies work either way, and I can attest to it because I have used them, and it has helped me to jump definitely above average when it comes to pay. All right, so here we go. So strategy number one: do your research, right? You need to do your research. You need to understand, depending on whatever state you're living in, you need to understand what is the average rate in your area. All right. You can't go after, you have to be reasonable, first of all, to a point. You can't go after a pay that is way above what is being paid in your area. For example, in one of my videos, you should check out here where it talks about the highest paying states. But you can't expect to get, let's say, California rates when you live in, let's say, Wyoming. Okay. There's different pay rates. Okay. And cost of living is going to be a factor depending on what state you are in. So, definitely, tip number one is you want to do your research and you want to have an idea on how much employers are paying for your position in the state. Now, again, keep in mind, position matters, because if you are going after a job in a skilled nursing facility, the pay rate is going to be different than if you are going after a job working in the school system. Okay. So, tip number one is definitely do your research before you go for that interview, before you have to sit down conversation about pay. Tip number two, you got to know your worth, right? You got to know your worth. You need to be confident and you need to express and know how much you feel you are worth getting paid, all right? Because at the end of the day, the employer is going to want to pay you whatever they feel your value is and the value that you're bringing and your worth, okay? It's very easy for employers to treat people, I hate to say it, like numbers, right? So you want to try to stand out and you want to show your worth. So you need to know your worth. If you know that you're a good worker, if you know that you graduated and you are passionate and you know that you're going to continue to learn and that you're going to bring your best foot forward, then you should get paid for that. All right. Tip number three is to go above what you want in order to leave room to negotiate. Okay. All right. For example, I may come in my mind, I want, let's say, $35 an hour, right? As a coder. And I'm coming in and I'm asking for $40 an hour. Now, the likelihood, depending on the setting, is they might not want to give me $40 an hour. And I'm going in already with the mindset that they're probably not going to give me 40, but I'm going to ask for it anyway. You never know. So, you're going for 40 and they say, you know what? We really can't give you that. We're looking at 34 an hour, right? And you'll be like, well, how about 35? I can definitely do 35. I think 35 will be appropriate. Yada yada yada. And lo and behold, you'll be surprised. Employers will be like, well, 35 is not a big jump. Okay, we'll give her 35. And then you just, checked off what you wanted. You got what you initially wanted. All right. And I have used this technique and I'm telling you right now, it has worked. Now, you can't be fearful that they'll be like, you know what? We're not paying that much. We're going to walk. We're going to find somebody else. Now, keeping it 100, that could potentially happen where they'd be like, you know what, we're not going to pay you that much. So we can't work with you. This is where it comes down to knowing your worth. You can either be like okay with that and you keep looking for a job that's willing to pay you closer to what you want or exactly what you want, or you can say, you know what is the potential for me getting a higher raise if I take that salary that you're offering or if I take that hourly rate that you're offering? Because at the end of the day, if you're a new grad, you want to get a job so you can build in your experience. But at the same time, if you are already a seasoned therapist or you're working currently, you want to know that there's going to be some financial growth if you're going with this company. So always keep that in mind. All right. So tip number 4 is you always want to express what you bring to the table. You want to express your benefits. You want to express your value. So whenever you're negotiating for a higher pay, you want to say, I'm actually looking for $40 an hour because I recently got certified for, let's say, lymphedema certified. I got certified in this specialty where I work with lymphedema patients, and I know that that this is a skill that a lot of the coders are bringing to the table, and this can really help to create profits for the facility by allowing me to work with these patients that are in such need, and we can definitely negotiate with doctors for referrals so they can start sending more patients that way. Because I have this certification. Let's say you're skillful with vertigo patients. You know how to do different techniques. Maybe you're certified with balance strategies or whatever, right? You get the idea. So whatever particular skills that you have, you want to bring that to the table. This can also work just as well for a new grad because as a new grad, you build experience when you go out into your clinicals, when you are doing groups on your level 1. So you can pull that up and say, when I was in my clinical, I was awarded such and such for really good A, B, and C during my patient care. All right. So you get the idea. So that's how you can show your value and show the benefit of you being a great employee. Okay, the final and last tip is you want to feed off of the company's desperation. Now, I know it sounds kind of crazy, the company's desperation, but yes, what is their need? Do they have a great need? Because companies that are really in need of therapists, they're willing to pay more, right? If a company is not really in need, but they do need to fill this position, yada yada yada. Maybe they're dragging their feet. They may not be um, so happy to negotiate higher pay. Also, if it's a company that's a smaller company, you'll probably be able to get a higher pay versus a company that is very grand and have tons upon tons of therapists under their umbrella. So I hope that this was helpful. I would love to see if you guys can just comment and tell me what would you like to be paid, or maybe what is the pay rate in your state, in your area, all of that good stuff. I love to read. I love to see your comments. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to leave me a comment below if there's a topic that you'd like for me to cover. Until next time, bye bye.